Okay, I've been watching that show, What Would You Do? And it's really interesting. Um, because I talked about this in an earlier video about doing something. About the whole saying about all it takes for evil to prevail is good men to do nothing. Or however it's actually worded. Um, and I truly believe in that. And this show kind of shows that, you know. Um, I've seen a lot of people that have stepped up and did something, you know. And then I see a lot of people who did nothing. And like I said in the video, I mean, I don't understand how you could do nothing in a lot of these situations. I mean, there's certain situations I fully understand, you know, because you don't know what's going on. You don't know, you know, all you know is what you just heard. And there might be a lot more to it. And the whole, you know, personal safety situation. But I often wonder, and I can't remember, but I think I talked about it in the other video. Um, you know, let's say you're walking through the park, and I'm gonna use an example that was used in the show. You see this guy yelling and screaming at this girl, you know, calling her stupid, you're worthless, I don't even know why I'm with you, and tugging on her arm, and you won't buy and do nothing. And you go home, and later that night, you're sitting there and you watch the news, and you see her picture. She was beaten to death in the park, right where you were, about 5 minutes after you just walked by. And I wonder, what would people think that just walked by, saw that, remembered that? What would they think? That girl might be alive if I would have stepped in. You know, I mean, how do you cope with that? In the military, in other areas too, there's this thing called survivor guilt, where, you know, let's say you're with a squad of 5 guys, and 4 of them get killed, and you're the only one, and you feel really bad because you survived. Um, and I believe that it kind of goes with how that person would feel. You know, this person is dead, and I might have been able to do something. I mean, there's a chance that you could have done nothing. There's a chance. And no matter what you would have done, the situation would still be the same. But there's always that what if floating around up there. Um, it's just really heartbreaking to see people absolutely do nothing. Not even you make a phone call. Not even just stand by and watch to see if something escalates and gets more violent. But then again, there's the opposite side of it where I see where people actually do step in and do something. And that warms my heart. Um, I believe in the whole thing about, you know, we have to look out for each other. We have to be there for each other because if we don't, who will? You know, there was one that kind of made me kind of flip flop. It was a scenario where this homeless guy was brought into a restaurant by a woman, you know, given $20 and told to get food. And the guy said, then, you know, the waiter refused to serve him and stuff. And one guy started making fun of the homeless guy. And after the homeless guy left, he kind of did a reversal and actually bought the guy a meal, walked outside and gave it to him. And I mean, you know, it's one of those things. How, you know, I mean, I understand, you know, joking around and stuff. And apparently, I don't know, maybe this guy started thinking about what he was saying or something and decided to change his opinion, or maybe he legitimately was just screwing around. but you do have to be careful. Um, I joke a lot. I joke very meanly sometimes, and I do. It's just a joke, you know. And I try and make myself as clear as I possibly can that I'm just playing around, just messing with you, you know. And one of the ways I do that is I expect you to do it back to me, because if you don't, I'm gonna stop, you know. I'm a firm believer that I can make fun of anybody because anybody can make fun of me, you know. In fact, I don't know if you've seen that video where, I pretty much asked people to mock me. Make funny videos about me. Go ahead. I don't care. If it's funny, great. I'm gonna laugh. If it's not, whatever. I'm just gonna ignore you. You know. But so yeah, watch the show. It's pretty dang cool. Um, also look at it as a psychological experiment in human nature. And step up, do something. Let's take care of each other.